Hey, what's going on, everybody? So this is the Bearded One. So today we're going to be talking about Risinger Transport. I have been with them for a week now. This will be towards the end of my first official week with them in my 2023 Volvo. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. I know there's some other drivers out there talking about Risinger Transport. So I think it'd be a good idea from a perspective of a new driver. We'll do weekly videos, show you my settlements, kind of get you an idea of what you could make, what I'm making. It's going to be a little different for everybody. So orientation was pretty cool. It was pretty easy. Definitely one of the easier ones that I have been through. It was a day and a half. You get there. I got there on a Monday, got my hotel. There was a few minor hiccups, nothing bad. You sign a lot of paperwork, you get some information, you ask questions. A lot of the staff was awesome. Didn't really meet anybody that I didn't like. The recruiter, she came in and talked to me. I was not expecting that. Usually recruiters just kind of get you in the building and then you never deal with them again, but they have been absolutely fantastic. Everyone in orientation was very informative. If they didn't know the answer, they got you the answer, which was really great. A lot of times, companies will just be like, oh, we're just going to give you the bare information. We're not going to help you. Got to get this submitted. Doing my VIR while I'm sitting here. Maybe. All right, there he goes. So, during orientation, they have a truck picked out for you. So you go out there, you look at it, you're definitely want to do a very detailed inspection as much as you can. They didn't let us drive the truck off the lot because our drug test hasn't come back yet. So as soon as you know you're coming to Risinger, what I would suggest is get that drug test done the week before you get there, so you have a possibility of driving your truck. So I just kind of moved it back and forth on the lot. The first truck they gave me, they were going to have me in, was a 2021. It was a little cheaper, but there were some problems. Very minor problems, nothing that I couldn't handle, but I had asked if they had anything else because I was worried that it was going to take too long for them to fix the problem that was on there, or there would be a deeper problem. There was a check engine light on, and then the driver said the window didn't want to go up and down. I vape, so that's kind of a problem for me, and also I like to have fresh air come in the truck every once in a while. I don't need heat or air conditioning all the time. And then there was some rust on the front of the truck, so I was hesitant about getting into a truck like with those issues. Not saying nothing bad would have happened. They probably would have gotten it fixed pretty quickly. But they were really great. They're like, hey, so we got two 2023s you can look at. Here they are. And so they gave me the list of those numbers, and I went out and looked at them. The other one I looked at had a few more miles than this one does. This one had 275,000 some odd change miles. The other one had like 280,000. So I was like, oh, let's go with the 275,000 miles one. And then the mattress was a little thicker than the other one, was kind of like a little pancake mattress. I'm sleeping in the truck quite a bit, so I don't want a thin mattress. I like a nice thick mattress, so I like this mattress better. I went over it with a fine-tooth comb. I didn't see anything wrong with it. So then after that, after I got the truck fixed, situation done with, they had to sign contracts. There was a minor issue and hiccup with the contract. They fixed it right away. It was not a big deal. Again, they seem like any type of problem, they're just going to fix it right away. They're not lying to us. They're not telling us one thing while we're getting another thing. When I did another lease, it was, you get what you get. You don't throw a fit. You pay the $950 a week, and you go run, and you pick your own freight. That works for some people does not work for. I made no money there. I did not like doing that lease. So that was during COVID. I got away from the lease. then I went back to doing what I was doing. So now I am back into a lease because life, and why not? Give it another try. You never know until you try. So I got to meet my dispatcher. Again, the last company I was at, I never met my dispatcher. I had no idea. I knew his name. I don't know what he looked like. Every time I went in the office, he was never there or he was busy. So that could probably be a mixture of my fault versus them. So again, it could be one of those things. I got to meet my dispatcher, got to talk to him a little bit, kind of get to know him a little bit, got to know me a little bit with the other driver that was going to be on the same account I am. So I am PA dedicated, so that means I run from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin to Allentown, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin to Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's about 768 miles one way, which is a pretty good paycheck. I did one of those loads last week, and then I had another load that kind of got wonky. So with the Wisconsin to Pennsylvania, on that one load, I believe my settlement was $1,100. I am doing $1.22 a mile plus fuel surcharge, and then what is being taken from me is maintenance and my general liability insurance, fuel. Your first week out, you do get a $250 new driver fuel bonus. So $250 of the fuel I put in, they gave back to me. It goes on your first paycheck, and then on your next paycheck, your following settlement, you'll see it as a deduction, but they've already given it to you, so they just put it in your fuel. They're going against your fuel on that one. So I did that load. It was really simple. It's easy. You just go from Wisconsin to Pennsylvania, straight shot. I live in Indiana, so me going home on the weekends is not a problem. I've already been approved for that. Going home once or twice during the week, if it makes sense, it's fine. What you're going to make is going to depend on where you live and what you're going to be running for Risinger. They are OTR. They run my area. They run the regional area. They run the East Coast a little bit. They don't go down to Florida too much. They go to Texas a little bit. They don't go much past Texas area that far west, and they generally don't go too far east. They go up Michigan a little bit, but their biggest account is the PA dedicated account, which a lot of drivers around there, you're making pretty good money. I've talked to one driver, and he said he's making about $2,200 a week after expenses, and that's what I'm looking at projecting. This week, I don't know what I'm projecting yet because I forgot to do that calculations this morning, but I'm not hurting too bad. I was behind a little bit because of the weekend. I had pulled a load coming out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, going to Groveport, Ohio. There was a problem with the load. It took about 7 hours to load me in Pennsylvania, so that put me behind. It was a brokered load, so it was hard to get a hold of the broker. By the time I got there, it was Saturday afternoon. They denied the load, so I decided to go home. It was 239 miles one way, but that was a decision I made. Decided to eat the cost on that, and that load pretty much is a loss. So the load is a complete loss on that one because of the fuel cost. Again, fuel's on me. My truck's getting between 7.5 miles a gallon to 8.5 gallons a mile. It kind of depends on how fast I'm going. Trucks do go 70 miles an hour, but I keep it about 62, 65 because I want to save on that fuel consumption. Going up and down hills in the mountains area of Pennsylvania just kind of eat up a lot of fuel. I'm sitting at about 3/4 of a tank right now, so not too bad. That was about $625 of fuel on Monday. I'm trying to think what else I want to say. So far I'm pleased. If you are the type of driver that likes to communicate, they're going to communicate with you. If you're the type of driver that doesn't like to communicate and tell them the problems you're having, they don't know the problem. They're not mind readers. So I suggest get in the habit of communicating with them. You don't have to over communicate. You don't have to, but don't under communicate, because they can't help problems they don't know. I would come to Reisinger if you're thinking of getting to a lease purchase. There's a few good lease purchases out there. One of them I know about is ATS, which is Anderson Trucking Services. Reisinger, where I'm at now. There's a lot of bad ones out there. SFI, Super Ego, any of the major megacorps carriers, they just kind of throw to the wind. They give you a truck and then they tell you it's no force dispatch or whatever they tell you, and it's a lot of bullshit. I was at SFI for about 6 months. I was making no money ever. My truck payment was $950 a week plus fuel plus insurance plus maintenance. At Reisinger, my first paycheck was, orientation pay, which is $400. My next coming paycheck is about $1,100. That was pretty much 1 day's worth of work, because I left orientation on Wednesday. I picked up my load that night. I delivered Thursday. It would have been a little bit more if I would have been able to deliver that load on Saturday, but I went home because of them denying the load, and there was no way to get a hold of the broker. They weren't answering their phone. So it would have been a little bit more. I'm thinking it was like $1,100. Now, after my expenses, I don't have a truck payment yet, because your first week out, you don't get a truck payment. Week after that, your truck payment comes out. My truck payment is $755. So next week I'll have a truck payment, so I will show you guys that settlement and what it looks like. Next week is Christmas. They do give you the week. They don't have a truck payment the week of Christmas, the week of Thanksgiving, the week of New Year's, and then I believe they do a half truck payment on the week of the 4th of July. I don't know about Easter or any other holidays, but I know for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, they give you no truck payment, and I'm confident that the July truck payment is a half or no truck payment. So next week is Christmas, like I said, and the week after that is New Year's. So I am working a little bit next week. I told them that I can work the day before Christmas Eve, the day after Christmas, and into the weekend. And then New Year's, I'm going to take 3 or 4 days off because my daughter's birthday is after New Year's. So I want to spend some time with her. And I've been drawing on for about 13 minutes now, so I want to wrap this up real quick. So if you're interested in going to Reisinger, I'm going to leave the description below of who to contact. You're going to want to talk to Autumn. She is the recruiter I've been using. She is fantastic. I do get a bonus free if you guys use my name as a referral. You don't have to. I'm not going to force you. If you want my information so I can send it to you, I'm going to leave my email at the bottom so you can let me know, and I'll give you my information. And then after that, that's it for now. I plan on dropping a video every Friday when I get my settlements, talk to you guys about how everything's going. This one's going to probably drop Friday as well. I'm going to do some editing to it. So far, so good. I really like it. Top notch. It's kind of a hidden gem. Honestly, I've been talking to Reisinger for about 2 years now. And I went back and looked at all my messages, and I asked a lot of the same questions. I wanted to see if it was different, and they weren't different. The prices changed a little bit because, obviously, as years go, time go, prices change, trucks change, things go like that. They do have new trucks. They do have 2021s to 2025s. I believe in order to get a 2025, you have to be here for 3 months. I'm in 2023, there's no balloon payment, so I'm probably going to stick in this until my lease is up. Unless something happens, I might switch it out to a new truck. But if I get a new truck, I'm not going to pay it off. I'm just going to start filtering out new trucks once a year. Instead of paying off a truck, because I don't want to pay a balloon payment, and then whatever you pay into it goes over to the next vehicle. So, we'll see how things go, and we'll go from there. I'll see you guys out there. Be safe, drive safe, and have fun.